my opinions are why I don't get interviews with certain people. They not sitting with me. Because they know if it gets too crazy in the convo, I'm gonna be like, no, absolutely not, no. Ladies and gentlemen, you have locked into Rap Life Review. I'm your host, Ebro. Join me, Low Key, and Nadeska as we get into the Rap Life playlist, the hottest records out right now, the new albums, the business, and the culture of hip-hop. No topic is off limits. It's Rap Life Review. The Martin Luther King day this year really took me, and I think it does every year, takes me to a real bad space. And I know this Rap Life Review, and we're going to get to the music talk, but every year we come around to Martin Luther King's observance of his birthday, MLK Day. And I'm reminded that we are still talking about the same shit that Martin Luther King Jr. was talking about in the 50s. But we all gather around and use this man's name like he really brought the country together or took us to a place that was better.
Wow, okay, that is really dark, Ebro. I mean, you're right. You're right. We have a lot to do still, but I like to think that we're making incremental progress. No? I think if
Put me on. Walk me off the ledge. Help me out.
I don't know if I was prepared to walk you off a ledge this morning, Ebro, but you feel like we make zero progress? And again, I'm saying we have so much to do still, but...
No, I think you are correct. We have made incremental progress, but we are still talking about voting rights legislation.
Oh.
He was talking about that in the 50s, and the same people who were standing in the way with a filibuster, I know we're getting political, stalling out progress, the same white supremacists and racists that was doing it then are doing it now, and then they got the audacity to tweet about Martin Luther King Jr.
That's America for you.
I didn't know they were tweeting about him. I mean, look, we're going in circles with everything, right? The fact that abortion rights...
The FBI tweeted about Martin Luther King Jr. The same people who told the man to kill himself and wrote him a letter tweeted on the holiday about using a MLK quote.
Okay, I understand why we're in the dark place
Understood.
I'm not saying people aren't trying. There are a significant population of people trying. Just like in hip-hop. There are people working really hard to make hip-hop great and make sure it's in great hands, like Cordae. Right. Cordae, like I know a lot of people, and I know that's an ill pivot for me to show the parallel and all of that, and a bridge that I'm creating, but there's a lot of bullshit in hip-hop, and a lot of shit we let slide in hip-hop that all of us that love this shit, we look at it and we go, yo, this is some bullshit. Or, yo, this song sucks, but, I mean, people like it, so...
But what do you, like,
what do you
expect? Because when you look at all of this, it's very subjective, right? So my ears aren't the deskas aren't yours. Who am I to tell somebody else that you shouldn't or you can't?
You're low key.
I tell you what I like. I tell you what matters to me.
Nah.
No, that's dope.
You know what's dope out here and what's trash.
I know what's dope
why?
To me.
Because you study it. No, you study it. No, there's that you don't like that you know is dope.
Okay.
Because you study it.
Okay.
Because you followed this music thing for a significant period of your life. Tracking it, understanding it, listening to it. Right? Knowing like, yo, this ain't for me, but I hear why it's musically dope. There's some shit that you're not gonna like that you're gonna say, nah, but I get why it's dope. There's other shit that you listen to and you're like, yo, this ain't dope. It's not dope. And just because people like it or they're hyped on it because it's on their Instagram page or they've been conditioned to like it, at a certain point, you gotta go, yo, no, that sucks. It's not good. And it's not personal. It's not personal. There are shoes that Nike, we love Nike. They have put out some Air Jordans. We love Jordan. We will fix our if they drop some that's trash, motherfuckers unanimously will be like, that sucks. But that don't mean we don't love Nike, and it don't mean we don't love Jordan. Right. We love that shit. And it's because we love it that we're going to say some shit.
Yeah.
I stood on
We live in a climate where people are
threatening
your lives and your jobs. And if we watch what happened last year on January 6th, like the few Republicans, for example, who decided to stand up against Trump, they've basically been pushed out of their jobs right now. They've lost all control. I think.
Hey man,
I'm saying you're right.
Hey man,
it's good to speak
man.
up, but I think people wonder when you weigh the consequences, what's the point sometimes? Not saying that that's the right move.
For instance, I may never get a Kanye West interview. Me and Kanye have known each other since he put out a mixtape and nobody was f***ing with him. I consider Kanye a friend in the business. Kanye will come through for me, or I come through for him. Because of his antics, I couldn't do it. Yo, my man, I tried behind the scenes like, yo, my man, chill, this ain't chill. He kept going, so I had to go public when he was doing all the Trump shit. No, absolutely not, no. You look crazy, no. And I love you, and because I love you, I'm gonna go out in public and I'm gonna say I done seen him sitting with interviews, all type of people. I'm like, yo, really? Okay. Not that I've asked him for a conversation because I haven't. I don't have anything to say to him, right? Because I still hold him accountable for what he did. I feel like he knows better on what he was doing.
So you haven't let it go like everybody else has? Because that's something I've wondered about.
No. I've moved on. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm okay with, supporting him, and I'm not, like, not playing his music or not supporting him. But my point is what you guys said, at what cost? I'm saying sometimes the cost is I'll never get a Kanye West interview. It's never going to happen. My opinions are why I don't get interviews with certain people. They're not sitting with me. Because they know if it gets too crazy in the convo, I'm going to be like, no, absolutely not. No. It's important. Like, even right now, like, you have like a Cordae. Cordae reminds us that hip hop is in great hands because somewhere along the line, Cordae was embraced by hip hop because of his skill set, because of his intellect, because of his creative abilities. He was raised in it the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have a Cole. That's why we have a Drake. That's why we have a Kendrick.
Wale, Big Sean.
These people who give a and remind us that hip-hop is in great hands because along the way, they fought for that man.
When something sucks, like, I'd rather give my energy to the guys you just named and big them up and revisit their catalog and tell people.
That's what I do.
And tell people how important these gentlemen
I agree.
are.
I agree wholeheartedly with you.
I don't want to stay on that because I'm not
until something rises up unchecked. And when that thing gets to a certain level unchecked, I feel forced.
Ebro puts on his cape. He hops in the phone booth, changes the outfit.
I feel
Yo, you see the look on his face.
I feel like you had forced my hand. On that note, the Jim Jones DJ Drama Gangsta Grizzles album, which is Jim Jones and DJ Drama embracing young artists. Lo, you spent some time with this project. What's the vibe?
I mean, it's just gritty Harlem shit. My point just with all of it is Jim Jones has a gangster grills, and anybody who knows about DJ Drama and hip hop mixtapes, that's a special thing. So any artist that has that attached to their resume is special. We already know Jim Jones is a special artist to begin with, but to have a project like this, a gritty mixtape, putting all these new artists on and existing artists, that's what you're supposed to do. As an OG, come back, get these guys, put them on a platform so everybody can see and let the world see how good they are. So that project, about 18, 19, 20 records, pretty good project on my eyes. No,
phenomenal project. Jim Jones stopped by the Ebro show too. You can check out that convo available on Apple Music, on Jim Jones' page, et cetera, et cetera. Nadeska, you spoke very highly of this Cordae album. I don't know how much time you got to spend with it. We're all big Cordae fans.
Yeah, I think like you said about Cordae earlier, it's nice watching his growth in rap. And what's special about him is he's one of those kids who deeply cares about the craft and about the history. History is always really important, right? There's a lot of upcoming artists who really don't care. They just make music that they think is cool. Basically, they make the music that Ebro hates, the music that makes him want to jump off that ledge. And Cordae is
no,
we don't have to go back there. We don't have to go back there. We talked you down just a little bit. But Cordae is the opposite. And like you said, it's amazing that he's working with people like Lil Wayne. He has Stevie Wonder on this project. And I think on one of the records, Super, you just hear how far he's come. You know, at this point, he's talking about checks he's collecting from Super Bowl deals and from, he's texting Jack Dorsey, who's like the CEO, a former CEO of Twitter. Like, I like seeing his growth. He's just like in a different league. And he's the kind of artist I think that we're going to see and that we want to see around for the next 10, 15 years. I don't know that there's a lot of people that we can say that about just because they have hit records. So a good project. I want to spend some more time with it, but just Cordae showing more growth and more range, I think, on this one.
Also, too, Gunna dominates the Apple Music charts continuously since his release. They added to the Gunna DS Forever project this record with Drake. So if you're out there and you missed that, because it might just be in the album and you didn't get the update.
It is. It's in the album.
Yeah, it's just in there. And so they updated that album and added that Drake joint to it, which is fire. That Gunna album continues to dominate in Apple Music. Another release over the weekend that was much talked about, The Game and Kanye West. I mean, Kanye West had a busy weekend. Look at their faces. I see their faces now. Look, they're like, where's he going? We don't want to have more Kanye West talk. Please don't make us talk about Kanye
and HitBoy are
West.
good now. That's great news. That's some positive Kanye news for once. I was happy to see that. You know,
I missed where it was officially that they were good, but I did see them in the studio. Where did you guys pick up that it was official that they've ironed out the issues from the past?
Didn't he say, I think HitBoy said it on someone's Instagram or whatever it was. He said, we're back good now. We're officially back working together. Now, I don't know what the stipulations are, you know, in the convo, you know, what was said, what was done, who apologized to who, none of our business, private conversation. But to the public, you know, we've known both of them have had issues with each other, and they've been vocal about it. And
well, and let's be clear, because Kanye treated HitBoy like shit.
Yes. And HitBoy,
I think it was working with Beyonce or something.
Right.
I think it was that.
He claims.
And HitBoy didn't do shit, by the way.
Exactly. Kanye's excuse was that HitBoy was signed to him and he didn't know that he was making beats for Beyonce. But again, it sounds petty and it sounded like they had a lot more issues. I would 100% believe everything that HitBoy said.
Once again, Kanye acting funny. Yep. How many times now have we seen Kanye or somebody claiming that Kanye is acting funny behind the scenes?
Plenty of times. But, you know, again,
where there's smoke, there's fire. Is all
but
I'm saying.
everyone always
Stop acting funny,
forgives
Kanye.
him. That's the crazy thing. No one ever seems to hold a grudge for too long.
He's Kanye West. What are they gonna do? He's still creative.
They could be like you. They could just say, "No, I'm good on Kanye interviews for life." You're the only one who could take that stance.
I mean, listen, I'm not mad at anybody for forgiving and forgetting or whatever the case is. You know, your beefs is not my beefs. Your problems aren't my problems. So I get it, but don't. And this is to anybody. This is not just to one specific person. Don't get mad when the bullshit starts again.
Hey, okay, so in other Kanye news, it should be mentioned because it's a big story. His whole not being able to go to his child's birthday thing, but then ending up at the birthday, and then we found out that he had a whole other birthday planned. And so I guess I ask you guys, and we'll go over it one more time. Does Kanye just do this bullshit?
Yes. Yes.
Anytime it's time to promote something? Or should we be, because in the song with him and Game, he says he's having the best divorce ever. So then why, all of a sudden now they won't let you to your kid's party? Like, what do we do?
Listen. I don't understand why we need to know about this. I don't understand why you're in the car.
Well, no. Now, be careful
what?
Now. He married a Kardashian. We know everything.
True.
We've known everything about everything since the beginning.
So this.
All
right. So then, with that in mind, this shouldn't surprise us.
Well, I guess what I'm not asking about that. I'm asking what should we believe? Should we believe it's the best divorce ever, or should we believe they're really trying to prevent Kanye from seeing his kids? And then come to find out, or going to his kid's birthday. Then come to find out, the birthday party was with her cousin. It was Stormy and Chicago's birthday. They're cousins. That's why he said Travis Scott gave me the address. Yeah, because it's his daughter's birthday too.
Oh my God. I think we have to believe everything and believe nothing at all at the same time. Because that's the only way it works with Kanye. The only way it works. He probably is having the best divorce ever on some days until he sees Kim with her new boo and then he loses his mind and then he's having the worst divorce ever. It's back and forth, up and down. Why do we have to be on this ride with him? That's what I understand.
Like,
couldn't he have hit Travis Scott directly? Why did he have to put it on Instagram to then get Travis to send him the info?
Let me off this train.
Getting into 2022, I had a thought over the weekend, and let me know what you guys think about this question. Do you think you can name 5 artists that are going to have the best 2022? Who do you think are the 5?
New artists or existing?
Let's lean on new. I think new is more exciting.
I think we talked about one already, Cordae.
Yeah.
Cordae?
JID would be one of my top picks. I don't know if you guys heard the new record, Surround Sound. I think it's time. He has a big fan base. That would be a pick for me. I'm
gonna go with Flo Milli. I like her a lot. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Isaiah Rashad.
Okay.
And I think personally, this year Jack Harlow's really gonna become a superstar.
Wow.
Super duper bigger. Okay.
Yeah. And I think.
All right. So that's your 5. That's your 5. Now Nadeska, you said Jid.
Yeah, I don't know if I have more new ones. For me, the like obvious ones for like mega years were obviously Kendrick and Cole, because if they drop, it's game over for sure. Right.
Okay. You think Cole's dropping another one this year?
He was supposed to. He owes us another project, and it didn't come last year. He's already on tour. No, I'm saying
he owes us.
Yo, Cole fans are a trip, right?
Never mind.
Yo,
Ebro, did you have a 5 artists you wanted to talk about?
I'm going to say in the R&B space, Money Long. She got that Hours and Hours moving. And I know she's a songwriter, so I know she had in the project, so I know she's got a lot of...
If we're doing R&B too, then let's throw in Blast. He would be one of my picks.
Yeah.
Blast is going to have a great 2022. All right. Cordae, I agree with. I think Dirk, even though he's not new, he's new to the, I guess...
To the mainstream?
To the mainstream. I think he's going to be he's going to reach even higher heights.
You think he surpasses Lil Baby?
I don't know, because I think Lil Baby's going to have a super strong year, too. I think they run neck and neck. And I still listen to their Voice of the Heroes project. That project was fire. Lil Baby, Lil Durk was a phenomenal project. I think this will be Jid's year. With this new surround sound, like I think he's getting that, it feels like he's catching that momentum to really springboard, and now's the time for him. One of my personal favorites that I think is getting had a great 2020 and 2021. 2022, I think he's going to go, I don't know if he'll be top 5 best 2022, ESTG.
Okay.
I'm an ESTG fan. Y'all know I'm a rap, straight ahead rap fan. I like cats that can really rap and it's from the street. ESTG.
Yeah.
For sure.
When that project dropped, he had a lot of buzz. He had a lot of movement. I think he still does, but I think there's a big fan base behind him. So I think he's gonna just edge up and become a superstar.
What's good with Bobby Shmurda this year?
I was just gonna say, do we consider Bobby Shmurda a new artist?
For the purpose of this conversation, we might as well.
Yeah.
Well, he's never actually had an album, has he?
No.
There was a collection. I forget what it's called, but there was definitely a thing that he had that was back right when he got locked up.
I mean, I don't consider him a new artist because he has like 2 of the best songs. I mean, when he went away, so it's like I don't know how to consider him a new artist.
Yeah, he had a thing in 2014 called Shmurda. Shmurda, She Wrote. And it had 5 songs on
the
it.
EP.
Yeah.
He looks happy. Looks like he's staying out of trouble. He's got great company around him. So I want him to have an even bigger song that leads into...
Well, and not only that, but something happened recently that made me very happy, too. He was on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Shout out to Wallo and Killy. And he was talking about how in 2022, he don't want no rappers showing guns in the video. He was like, yo, y'all don't use them anyway. Like, why y'all got the in the video promoting like you really out here using them? I point that out because one of the things back in 2014 when I first started playing Bobby Shmurda's records on the radio when it was just bubbling in New York City, when I saw the video that they had put out, there was no guns in the video.
Mm-hmm.
In the hot video was no guns. No. They were dancing, having fun. Now I knew what section of town they was from. Guns definitely go off in that section that they was from. But I saw some young brothers making a conscious choice to not put guns in the video and dance and have fun. And that was one of the reasons I was really excited to support them. And they had a hot record, obviously. And I saw some talent. So it's good to see that he's still on that.
Yeah.
And he's still on having fun and dancing, even though people making fun of him. He's becoming memes, and they're like, yo, how Bobby dancing, making fun of him. He don't give a f***. And I love that.
I'd rather that for him than him being behind bars.
Yep.
Yeah, dance.
100%.
Go ahead and dance. Go ahead and act a fool. Go ahead and get made fun.
Dance in the swimming pool.
Do what you do.
Dance on the roof. Dance wherever you dance. Dance.
Fun is what we need right now.
They were even on when he was on the podcast with Gilly and them. They were dancing half the time.
Yes. Yes.
And I feel like that's the energy he needs around him. Not revisiting his past, not asking about what happened in jail.
Well, but my point is he never put the things that got him locked up. He never put that in visuals.
Right.
He was always not about doing that as an artist, that's kind of what I'm pointing out, is he never wanted to be that visually.
Right.
Even though they rap about some, of course the lyrics is about some that really went on. Visually, he wasn't putting that out there.
All right, so Bobby's choosing fun for 2022.
Yeah.
We all need some more fun in our lives right now.
Fun.
Choose fun.
That's right.
Choose fun.
Choose fun, man. Choose love, choose fun. And that's the Rap Life Review. Yo, I love you guys, man.
Love you, bro.
It started dark.
I'm glad we're off the ledge.
But we came to the light.
Bow, man, bow. Yo, and you can subscribe to the Rap Life Review. Just do that right where you're watching this at on YouTube. Add the Rap Life playlist from Nadeska and Low. I'm Ebro. We'll see y'all next week. The Rap Life Review.